Hi, wonderful Scorpio. Well, Happy New Year once again, and welcome to your yearly oracle reading. So, this reading does apply from now, January 2017, to January 2018. So, a whole year of fun messages for you. So, what I've done is I've pulled a variety of oracle cards from Doreen Virtue's decks like romance, career, well being, messages from the fairies. And I've also pulled one tarot card from the Chrysalis Tarot to give an overall message or theme to highlight your year. So, what's going to happen overall? And I'll start with that message. So, let's see your first tarot card. Now, it's not very different. If you're familiar with the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's the moon card, so it's the same thing here as well, except there's a little person on an island there and the moon is watching it. That's the only difference, which I will explain what that means. So overall, I mean, you will be very much in tune with your subconscious. I feel you will be in your element in some way. Just overall in the year, your instincts will be very strong. And Scorpio overall, I mean, you are a water sign as well. Cancer rules the moon, so it's in the same element as you as well. And this will be guiding you, the moon energy, even more powerfully this year of 2017. So even though you are, like I mentioned, very intuitive, you will be feeling even more psychic or intuitive this year, and that's going to help you move forward to whatever it is that you want to do in your life and give you inspiration and a boost of energy to validate your actual dreams. Okay, so it is a year to pay attention to what your inner voice is telling you. Make sure, your dreams are going to be very powerful. You're going to have like dreams where you might see something and the next day it happens. So a lot of a psychic ability there. Pay attention to what your dreams are telling you, especially what you might want to do is maybe ask a question before you go to bed at night and, put it out there to the universe. This is what you're stuck on. You really want to know. And you might find synchronicities or signs the next day happening or answers that will come in your dreams. So a lot of great hunches here to really push you towards the path of your achieving your goals and achievements. Really great energy. It is a great time also for any like creative reflection, creative projects for sure. So anything that you do artistic, beautiful year for that. It is the great mother, the moon, okay? So a lot of you might be even feeling motherly, or perhaps you're becoming mothers as well this year. So maybe, you found that you were pregnant, you're having a baby. So you're going to be doing a lot of nurturing. I could see that for some of you as well. It's also a year where the moon, it does, reflect the subconscious mind. But when you have it out on a card, it could be that your subconscious or other people's subconscious could be coming to the surface. So you could have secrets revealed, any mysteries that you were wondering about all this time come to the surface and the truth will be highlighted. Okay. But the moon too, you want to be cautious around you with people, especially if you're in a relationship with someone, you just started, you're not sure, you're getting a bit of a weird feeling there. Again, trust your instincts. It could even be the card of deception sometimes. So just be very careful with that or secrets. Just it depends on the person listening. So it could apply to anything really for each of you listening out there. But overall, if you do feel stranded, now this is what it means with the person on the island there. If you feel stranded, this is also a card that's saying, energize your goals with positive thoughts. Okay, so some of you might be feeling a little bit of an outcast from society or like isolated or just feeling a little bit different, and people are telling you to do otherwise. Just focus on what it is you have to do. You live a different karmic path than anybody else. You're going to experience your own challenges, your own blessings, but also with this knowledge, place yourself in others' situations or other people's shoes this year and moving forward as well, and understand that they also have their own path, and not everyone's going to be perfect that's coming into your life. So just understanding both from both sides. Also, you might want to pay attention to cycles of the moon this year. So anytime there's a new moon, maybe you could practice some manifestation, starting any projects around that time, launching anything you wanted to launch, sending out a resume. It's all great time on the new moon. It's all about new beginnings, planting seeds. The full moon's all about, your emotions coming out to the surface. So you want to pay attention to that too, being a very intuitive, sensitive sign. That some of those times, maybe when you're feeling you don't know what's wrong and you feel extra emotional, take a look at what's going on with the planetary, positions, like the moon, especially if it's a full moon. It could make you feel a little bit more emotional, okay? Because with a full moon, emotions do rise to the surface. You could have, outbursts of anger or just, crying. Just pay attention to that. Be mindful. And we're all connected. Remember that. It doesn't mean, this is all defines you as a person. We're influenced very much by our environment as well. If you want to quit any bad habits, it's great on the waning moon, okay? So if you want to quit smoking, anything, addictions, alcohol, drugs, anything like that, it's good to do it on a waning moon. You'll have more positive, effects, or just a bit more of a boost, okay? But of course, it's up to you to continue this, and you also have to take initiative there. Okay, so that was a long one for you. Powerful, higher arcana card here. So let's get into your main reading. So here we go. I feel like, maybe for the first part of the year, it's going to be very social for you, I feel, for some, and very much responsibility with family and friends. You're kind of like very extroverted for the first part, and then the second part, or another side to you this year, is really meditating and kind of reflecting and going inwards. So I feel it's divided in some way. Like you'll be extremely introverted one half and then really extroverted the next half. That's what I'm getting for some people. For the others, it could be just a mix of things, like where you're really busy with family and friends, and then you're really focusing on trying to get into some personal growth in between and kind of have that time for yourself. So little increments here and there. Okay, so I'm getting that feeling for your readings especially. But let's look at the first card, Relationship Harmony. This is a beautiful card here. It's saying, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So you can really, believe that this year, if you've had obstacles and, misunderstandings in your previous relationships with your partner, with a friend, with work, or anything like that, colleagues, bosses, you could find some more harmony coming in to the picture this year. Okay, and I feel like for the most part, because you have the family card next to it, and then you have friends underneath, but I feel this might be related to family more, or people that you view as your family, whoever it is that you were brought up with, or anything like that. Because you could define family as anybody you want. You could define family as your friends, whoever it is that has your back or supporting you. Okay, so any conflicts that were happening, especially with a romantic partner, you could feel that you're on the same wavelength a little this year, and that there's, open conversation happening, and people are revealing their true feelings, and you're just getting a little bit more clarity. Even if it doesn't work out to your favor in the end, I do feel it's kind of like, underneath, like the card says, a breath of fresh air, like you finally found out the truth or something like that. Don't mind me, I'm probably going to bounce around the cards, but it's whatever just I feel at the moment that I have to say to you. So I will go in order. I'll try as best as I can. But overall, great card to have. It's going to be more smooth within your partnerships. And for those of you maybe looking to find someone who are single, this could be the year where you actually either tie the knot, just get engaged, or maybe find a person that, is like a soulmate and you could relate to them on every level. And it just goes, harmonious. I'm sure, of course, there's going to be disagreements here and there, but you will feel a little bit more peace of mind in your relationship with others. Like you have faith that, okay, everything's okay, no one's leaving me, and it was all a fear or insecurity of mine, and I'm just going to kind of let things go with the flow. And you'll find that by doing that, by letting go, okay, you'll find more people are attracted to you and that they want to be more around your presence when you do that. When you're desperate to get somebody's attention, or like when you're desperate for someone to be a certain way, but they're not. It's also a year of seeing people as they are and not trying to change them. Okay, that's going to benefit you a lot. And by focusing more on yourself instead of others and changing others, it will help you very much so in your relationships and in your life in general. Okay, so I do feel this will be a very important year for you to focus, on making relationships better. In your career and life purpose card, you have family. Okay, so loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. So there could be a lot more responsibility around family members this year. Like maybe you have to help with a move, or maybe there's another child in the family you have to babysit, or maybe it's your own family, it's your own child, and you're building a family of your own. Okay, this could also be a part of your life purpose. Well, this is a part of your life purpose. So don't mistake that, just because you're not working, or just because you don't have a career path settled in, or, you're not making money off something. This very much at this time, and even if you have to take a break, could be a part of your life purpose, and you're just on the right path, and everything is in divine timing. So don't worry about anything, because you are on purpose. Don't feel that you're wasting your time and you're like, oh my God, I have to help and I'm wasting time and I need to focus so much on my own stuff. You'll find little bit of time here and there to focus, but I feel this year for you, it's more an external than an internal focus of helping your family and friends and just being just more in tune with others' feelings, I would say. So again, you don't have to make money off your life purpose. Some people, they're lucky, they hit two birds with one stone. They could, whatever their life purpose is, they actually merge it into their career and make money. But, overall, as a higher consciousness, if you're fulfilling your life purpose, your soul's purpose here, and you're not making money off it, whether it's doing creative projects, whether it's helping a friend or your family, just because you're not getting paid, it doesn't mean you're not fulfilling your calling or your purpose, okay? So I always say that, especially in September, my readings with the career and life purpose, I really emphasized on that. But it's good, to remind, because sometimes it's hard to keep these things in mind when we're actually living our life. I mean, it makes sense now, but then once you close the computer and you wake up tomorrow, it's not easy to get out of the same patterns of thinking, okay? So it's necessary to repeat, I find, over and over until it kind of clicks in there. Okay, so family is definitely a part of the picture here, and maybe family coming overseas. So just spending time overall with loved ones close to your people that you consider your family. Okay, I feel like for a few of you, maybe you're like, I don't know, I'm getting like a group home or something. Like you have you're in a group or in a home where it's your friends and maybe your family's not around or they're far or you've been adopted. I feel you will get support a lot from your friends. You have like a close knit group of friendship, okay? So this is very important for you to hear, whoever this applies to. So the universe is guiding you in that direction to be safe and loved with whoever it is that surrounds you. Okay, so let's look at your heart-to-heart conversations. This falls under the love and romance card. So honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Now, I do feel in your love department, maybe some of you have been harboring emotions that are masking your feelings of love and intimacy. Maybe your partner's doing that. So I feel like there has been a bit of like an ego in the way. Well, usually there is. There's like a bit of fear or power to show like I'm right, I'm the strong one. Gotta let that go, guys. It's not treating your relationship, it's just ruining them. You have to really be mindful of that. So there is still time to heal a situation. For those of you who feel there's no luck or you've kind of ruined it or there's no hope. But it will require your effort, okay? So effort on your part. So you might need to initiate a conversation that's uncomfortable where you kind of swallowed your pride and you're like, no, like, I'm smarter or I'm, tougher. But really deep down you're crying or you're like dying inside, okay? So this is what I mean when ego gets in the way. You show something that you're not really feeling. It's like the opposite. And this is where your moon card connects because you're going to be actually exposing a lot of the feelings you've been hiding or like harboring. For a lot of you, like it could be, you really want to get back at someone, but others, I feel, you feel vulnerable or there's a fear inside of you where you've built up walls from being hurt in the past and you're scared again to kind of open up and worried that it might happen again. But you know what, by doing that, by keeping the good inside of you and putting walls and hiding it, it doesn't only block out the bad, it blocks out the good as well. So you risk not experiencing true bliss by holding that in, okay? So it's really a year for you of letting go and just, focusing on your relationships and just really opening your heart and saying, what do I gotta lose? Like the worst that could happen. I mean, well, ask yourself, what's the best that could happen? Something great might turn out of it. And if something doesn't, let's say you do get hurt, it's just faster for you to learn and to move forward, okay? By breaking your heart more, you let the light come in. And the new light will allow new love to come in, okay, and heal you. And you will heal yourself by doing that, by being vulnerable sometimes. It's okay. So having honest communication, really put out what it is you feel, not blaming the other person, but just saying, when you do this, I'm feeling like this. So I'd like, for us to work on it. Or like, is there something I could do that, we can help this situation smooth out because I can't help but feel like this. Instead of being like, oh, you did that, you did this all the time. So just, yeah. And like I said, by having these uncomfortable conversations, you can't really, control what the other person's reactions will be. You can only be honest about how you feel and show what you will and won't accept in a relationship, okay? So you stand a better chance of teaching your partner about your needs by sharing your feelings instead of, suffering quietly, okay? So, if you need a third party to help you in this, you could schedule an appointment with a counselor to really help you kind of gear or guide the discussion. Okay, so there's also free groups online. Sometimes you could even search and see what's in your local town where you'll meet like-minded, individuals, and you could see it's not only you having these issues, it's other people as well, and that could make you feel even better and not judge your relationship. Okay. Wow, you have a lot of powerful, I'm just feeling it for you this year. It's like a lot of breakthrough and just kind of your mind and your perspective on life is really shifting. So you have fresh air here. Now, okay, fresh air, I mean, it is what it is, you've been indoors for too long. I feel for some of you like sitting inside, you're like kind of fearful to jump out there in the world. Maybe you're worried about being hurt or you've been hurt and you kind of closed yourself off. So it's telling you to go outside, take a walk outdoors. If you have pets, well, I hope if you have pets, you're taking them outside for a walk, but spend time with nature, okay? Spend time just being mindful of the beauty around you. Open the windows in your home, in your office, air everything out. Practice feng shui even in your home, like throw out anything, declutter, whatever it is that you don't feel serves you anymore, that gives you a bad attachment or a memory. Okay, so really plan the time to go outside in nature because this will inspire you and give you with creative ideas and just a new feeling of being energetic and be vital. So have vitality. Okay. And also, if you live in a city, make sure you plan, like, it could be like a 2 day escape out in the country or out, go to an island or whatever's close to you, just to get some fresh air. Okay. So there's too many chemicals, especially if you're living in a city. This prevents your ability from, thinking straight. It really does. We don't notice it, but when we get used to it, we just get accustomed to whatever it is that's in our environment. And you won't really notice it until you go out, get the fresh air, and come back and see what it is that you've been breathing. You know, even live plants, you could bring home or your office plants to get some oxygen circulation going. If you're thinking of exercise, it's great around the spring or the park. Go outside, outdoors to a park. You might even see other people doing the same thing as well. And it's all about, just getting sunshine, travel to a sunny environment, spend time around trees or plants. Just reconnecting with nature will, give you so many benefits. So, and it could even mean just breathing fresh air into, a relationship. So it could be metaphorically speaking as well. But here it is, yeah, and purification ties in with that as well. So fresh air, I do feel if some of you are getting headaches, make sure you're drinking a lot of water. You're purifying your body physically. If you've had some harmful habits like drinking too much alcohol or caffeine, eating sugars, you want to purify your physical body, but also your state of mind. Okay, fresh air and water, that's something coming up very strongly here. Okay, purify yourself. Okay, so I guess I'll talk about the Friends card last. So I'll just continue with purification. So like I said, lots of water. And I know over the holidays we tend to binge. We get into the habit again. It's very easy to fall into a harmful habit. So you might want to just kind of pause a bit. Just really be mindful what you're putting in your body. Exercise, eating a lot of greens, a lot of fruits, just kind of going through a detox. And I see a lot of you doing that or focusing more on how to, make yourself more purified. Maybe you're going to a meditation or yoga class too. So something for your spiritual well-being as well. It could even be you're purifying yourself through a creative project. You're putting your heart and soul into some project, an energy. An energy that's been sitting for a long time, it's being expressed now. And that's going to help you ease out and clean away any blocks that you've had. Okay, even if it's emotional, expressing yourself to somebody else, especially being under the card of, heart-to-heart conversations, by writing something out or by letting it out, it takes that old energy that you've been holding out into the open, okay? And it doesn't matter, again, like I mentioned, the reaction from someone. You're doing it for your own well-being, even if it's forgiving somebody, okay? It's getting rid of that anger or grudge inside of you and knowing and believing you're on the path and there's divine timing. It's your own special path, okay? You're going through your own spiritual growth. Others, don't worry, they'll learn their lessons. If you feel you need to do a revenge on someone or something, they've annoyed you, don't worry, they'll get their lesson through somewhere else. So you don't have to worry about that. But overall, it's purifying your motives and intentions. So they're about service and not fear or competition. And it's all about adjusting your life so that your actions are in line and with integrity with your true beliefs, okay? So making sure they're aligned. Don't go into something, a job, a relationship, or whatever, with a hidden agenda. Okay, make sure it's in alignment with your true beliefs and with the cause that you wanted to have in the world. Because what's going to happen, I'm positive I've seen this happen because trust me, I've been there. I'm not perfect either, so I've had to trial and error many times. And I'm grateful for the universe showing me these situations because I could now, share them with all of you. So, and I'm sure it's not over for me yet either. I'm sure I'm going to have to go through a lot more things just to validate all this stuff that I'm talking about. But overall, it's, you know, relationships or jobs, when you go in there with a hidden intention or hidden agenda or with the wrong intention, you're going to notice obstacles. It's going to reflect in your outside circumstance. You're going to have challenges with people. Things, events are going to happen that are just, there's going to be strife, you know. So I've seen that happen. Okay. But friends, okay, making new friends. So I do see it being a social time for you. Make sure, you know, if you're being invited somewhere, you're saying yes, you're going out there. And I think you've got this too. You're more open now this year. You want to be a social butterfly, where other times you're a little bit more introvert. You want to stay inside. But this is all about reconnecting with old friends, you know, meeting new friends, bringing new friendly energy into the picture. So if you feel like your old friendships have died or are fading, don't read the previous page of your book, okay? Don't stay stuck in the past. Don't force a relationship to happen, especially with your friends. Because once you make space, you'll be aligned with people that are like-minded as you, and they have the same belief as you and tradition, so you could feel more closely connected, and they'll guide you on your path as well. So just, you don't have to struggle so hard to keep, you know, a relationship going if it's not working out, or a friendship, whatever it is. You know, just open up your energy. Don't hold on to the past. I know sometimes you stay comfortable into your familiar things, surroundings, but it's important this year to let go and just let things take their natural course, okay? You know, you and your friends, you change over the years. You have your own hobbies. You develop your own lifestyle patterns. They're on a different soul mission than you. And it's natural for old friendships to fade away, okay? So I hope you got everything you needed to know in this reading. Wow, I think yours was a really long one, but I love going in depth for you, Scorpios. I know you value the depth, okay? So I hope you have a great time. Good luck this year, and I'll see you for your monthly readings. Bye-bye.